Hello friends, Christian here with BrickLifeCrisis. This channel is recommended for adult fans of LEGO and teen fans of LEGO. If you are younger than the age of 13, you're welcome to watch, but first, get your parents' permission. Hello friends, Christian here with BrickLifeCrisis again, and today we're taking a look at the last of the Dungeons & Dragons miniature sets that were available at my local Walmart. This is again by Jada Toys, or Jada Toys, J-A-D-A, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But this is the largest set that originally retailed for $18. I got it for a little bit less than that, but it was not nearly as good of a discount as the other two sets that we looked at previously. This one includes a human fighter, tiefling paladin, there is a young red dragon, a drow elf rogue, and a dwarf cleric. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a closer look. This is recommended for ages 12 and up. These are die-cast figures, and included we have a human fighter, a tiefling paladin, a young red dragon, a drow elf rogue, and a dwarf cleric. On the back of the box we have some great Dungeons & Dragons art, very similar to the old TSR books that we got back in the day. Got a cool dragon there doing some battle against our gang of heroes. And here's a look at the internal box art. Just kind of a fiery background. Looks like maybe in a cave or just outside of a mountain or something like that, but that's that. And here we have it. This is our set, the largest one of the bunch. As you can see, we have 4 die-cast figures and the dragon. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at each of these one by one. Alright, first up is the most disappointing thing to me. This is the human fighter, and there's nothing wrong with this figure. It's pretty well done, it's a good sculpt. However, if you saw my previous video, it is virtually identical to the other human fighter. There's a difference in skin tone and a difference in the accent color with blue versus red, but essentially it's the same figure. And I think they could have done something a little bit different. None of the other figures have been duplicated so far, but this guy is the same as one of the first ones we got. So that's a little bit of a bummer. He's well done, and he is clearly different, but the pose is identical, and it just would have been nice to get something a little different, I think. All right, I misspoke. I said none of the other characters were duplicated, and this one is also a duplicate. The Tiefling Paladin is also in the set that had the Beholder in it, so we've gotten 2 duplicates in 3 sets, and that's unfortunate. Again, the coloring is different. This one is more gold, the other was kind of silverish, but essentially it is, again, the same character. Good sculpt, it's well painted, but we have another character in the same pose. So, a little bit of a bummer. So this is a Tiefling Paladin that came in that medium set that had the Beholder and Minsk. So yeah, this is also a duplicated figure, although the coloring is different, the sculpt and everything, the pose is the same. And this is our Drow Elf Rogue. He's fairly well done. He's got a kind of a mysterious cloak on. I like that color, the kind of burgundy. Pretty plain from the back, it just kind of draped in that cloak. He's got a dagger in one hand, and not a whole lot of detail that you can see. You can just kind of make out a nose and a mouth on the bottom there, and a bit of white hair coming out from underneath that hood. But kind of cool, looks mysterious, and yeah, it's nice to get something unique. And this, I think, is my favorite figure in this set. This is the Dwarf Cleric. He's nicely done. I like his beard and face. He's got a big warhammer there. He's clad in some leather armor with some plate metal shielding on his arms, brown gloves, and just nicely done. I kind of wish he was in a battle pose rather than just kind of a standing resting pose, but it's a good looking figure nevertheless, and I'm very pleased to have this one. And finally we have this big bad boy. This is the young red dragon. He's very nicely done, and he is mostly die cast. The horns above his head are a rubbery kind of plastic, as are the wings, which is good. That way they're a little bit bendable. Not that you are going to pose them, but it just keeps it from being too fragile or dangerously pokey or whatever. Like it could hurt someone if it were actually all metal. So you can make the wings flap a little bit, I suppose, but that's not the intent. I think it's just to make it a safer and a little bit lighter model. Anyway, the detailing on this guy is really quite good. With the face and the kind of scaly texture. He's got an adequately dangerous looking mouth and teeth in there. This up front here is the scales, the white scales. That's also the same kind of plasticky material that the horns are. He's got a bit of an action pose with the one front leg raised. He's got lots of musculature detail there, which is really nice. Some kind of veininess to the texture on the wings, and they do articulate just a little bit. So anyway, the legs are not articulated. They look like they could be. There's a seam there, but they are not. It's just a static pose. The tail is well done. It's got some spiky ridges on it. Really nicely done. I'm very pleased with this one. And yeah, he really looks good on display. And when you get all of your other figures in here with it, you could potentially set up a nice little battle. So apparently the original retail of these was $17.88. I paid $14.92 for this, which is it's not nearly as good of a deal as I got on the others, but I figured since I had the others, I may as well get this one as well. I'm a little disappointed in the Warrior, and other than that, I think it's pretty good. I just wish I could have gotten it for $10 or $7.50 or something like that, but beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers, and even at just under 15 bucks, this isn't all bad. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave us a like. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. And in the comments, I'm curious if you have any interest in these. This is obviously the last set, so I won't be doing more of these videos, but if you appreciate the occasional video that is not a Lego or Mega or anything like that, I'd love to know. I will not do a whole lot of them, but from time to time, based on feedback, we'll see. Anyway, this has been Christian with BrickLifeCrisis. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye for now.